Hello everyone, Class 6, Chapter Separation of Substances, Part 1. So, before moving on to the chapter, what do you think you will be able to learn in this particular lesson? So, first, we can check out some daily life situations where we are in need to separate things. For example, tea leaves or tea powder are actually being filtered from our liquid tea, right? So we filter tea powder from what we drink, okay, and we also clean rice in order to clean out or wipe out the germs that are present along with the rice. So everywhere we can see that either knowingly or unknowingly we tend to separate things. So in an organized way we are going to study these different techniques or process to separate these things. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to discuss about these methods or techniques or processes in order used in order to separate these things. So before that, why do we actually need to separate substances? It is because we need to separate different components of a mixture, either because sometimes to remove undesirable substances. That is, we can see here, to remove harmful substances. For example, as already said, in the case of rice, in order to remove the dirt that is present along with our rice by washing, that is dirt from water, also germs from grains, etc. That is to in order to remove the harmful substances, that is the dirt and germs coated here. Okay, second reason is to remove unwanted substances. As already mentioned, tea leaves or tea powders which are not actually needed by our body. Okay, so we are removing that. Husks from grain, we will discuss detailedly later. And third one, separate useful substances like salt from sea. Okay, we need salt and we are separating it from sea. Okay, separate two or more useful substances from a mixture. That is, we are actually separating petrol and kerosene from petroleum. Okay, so in short, we need to separate substances because of mainly two reasons: to remove indesirable substances, and to separate useful components which can be used separately. Okay, so here we are going to discuss, now we will talk about the methods of separation based on the types of contents or mixture that we are separating. Okay, so methods of separation. First method is hand picking. Manually separating stones, dust, husk from grain, rice and wheat is referred to as hand picking. That is removing substances from a mixture with hands. So it is a core manual process because it is time consuming and is very boring process. For example, as you can see here, given if suppose we are given a bowl full of pulses and you have to pick the undesirable particles from there. Here we can see represented as black in color particles, the undesirable substances. Each these particles should be picked up by you, so it is definitely time consuming and not to mention boring. But hand picking has its advantages, like as we can see, it is used to remove bigger particles of dust from smaller grains. Here the big particles can easily be separated by using our hand. Okay, but has along with that it also has certain disadvantages. That is, it is very time consuming process. We cannot sit whole day and removing these type of dust particles or waste particles, right? And it cannot be used when the dust and stone particles are smaller in size. That is, this process is not very convenient for tiny particles like powdered substances. Like in order to separate, for suppose in order to separate salt and either we can say salt or other powdered substances together, we cannot usually separate both that items. Okay, so this hand picking has its advantages and disadvantages. It is used to separate bigger particles, but disadvantage is that it is very time consuming, as well as we cannot use this process to separate particles that are very small in size. So next we are moving to our next process, that is threshing. So what is threshing? Threshing is simply the process of separation of grains from stalks. We do not directly get rice grains from plants. What we actually get is, as you can see in here in this first picture, right? That is stalks. We can see in the first picture, that is the stalks that is being given here. Okay, that is a stalk, and grains are actually present inside this stalks. So what we do is, we actually, these stalks of grains are dried first in the sun, in the that is, they are dried out in the presence of sunlight. Then once they are dried, they are manually beaten hard to free the grains from the stalks. This is referred to as threshing. That is, threshing is the process of separation of grains from stalks once these stalks of grains are being dried out in the sun. Sometimes it can be done manually, or sometimes we use the help we take the help of bullocks, that is animals, or machines are also used. Machines like called combine harvester is used. Combine harvester is a very efficient tool, because it helps not only in harvesting, that is cutting off plants once it is matured, but also helps in separating this stalk from grains, sorry, separating grains from these stalks. Okay, so this process also have its advantages and disadvantages. Advantages that this combined harvester or threshing by machine is very much faster and is more effective, but as the disadvantage is that hand threshing, that is, we can beat out these stalks with our hand also, but it is very tiring process and is not very suitable to separate particles of similar sizes and texture, as we can use it for particles of different sizes. But if the particles is of same size, that is, everything is of the same size as of grains, we cannot, this method is not advisable. Okay, so threshing is simply the separation of grains from stalk. It can be done using a machine, as we can see here, which is called combine harvester, or we can use bullocks for the same. Okay, so next process of separation is winnowing. Next process is winnowing. In winnowing, we can actually separate particles that are of similar sizes, unlike threshing, which is not advisable to use in the case if both the particles are of same size. But in winnowing, we can use the process to separate particles that are of similar sizes, but they have difference in their weight or density. That is, one should be heavier in weight and the other should be lighter. Okay, so winnowing is the separation of heavier and lighter components of a mixture. Okay, it is commonly used for the separation of grains from husks. Husks are also called chaff. Here what we are doing is that grains, as we know, is much heavier as compared to the husk, which is the outer covering of this grain. Okay, so it is also a manual process. So what actually we are doing is that the mixture containing the grains and the dust, it is also used for separating grains and dust. So what we are doing is that the mixture of particles that we need to separate is held higher, that is approximately at the shoulder height, and this plate like structure, as we can see in the picture, second picture, the lady is holding, they are slightly tilting it, and the chaff or husk or dust particle, being the lighter particles, will be blown away by wind, and grains which are heavier will fall back and stay in the inside that plate like structure. Okay, so winnowing is the separation of grains from chaff or husk by blowing wind or by blowing air through it. It is a very common method that is used to separate heavier grain which remains back and from lighter dust particles which is usually blown away by the wind. Okay, so next process is sieving. It is like separating particles of different sizes from a mixture. It doesn't matter if the particle is heavy or light, as in the case of winnowing. Okay, sieving is derived from the sieve, that is a net like structure having tiny pores, as we can see here in this picture. It allows certain particles to flow, to pass through that holes, and does not allow certain other particles, that is bigger particles having a size bigger than that of the holes present in these sieves, and these bigger particles are being blocked. We can quote many daily life uses for these sieves, like we usually are using it to separate tiny particles like flour in order to clean, remove the impurities from flour or wheat. First thing we do is, before making food items like chapati and all, before what we are doing is, first we are using sieving, that is to separate the impurities present inside this flour or wheat. Okay, so advantages is that it is effective in separating tiny particles, but not too tiny particles. That is, if the flour contains impurities exactly the size of the flour, means we cannot use this process to separate that impurities, like both the flour as well as the impurities will pass through these holes, or these through these sieves, right? So it is effective in separating tiny particles, but not too tiny particles. Okay, so far we have discussed about the need for separation of substances, and a few techniques like hand picking, which is advisable in the cases where the particle are bigger in sizes, and actually the amount of particles to be separated is very small. Next is threshing. This is a process of separation of grains from stalk, and the disadvantage is that it is not very suitable to separate particles of similar size and texture. In order to separate particles of similar size, we are usually using the process called winnowing, but the disadvantage is that we cannot separate sorry that we cannot separate particles having same weight. Okay, so here in winnowing we can separate particles that are of similar sizes but have difference in their weight or density. The last process we discussed is sieving. The advantage is that it is effective in separating tiny particles, but not too much tiny particles. Okay, there are few more other processes we will discuss in later in our next session. Thank you.